Welcome to my 17th Python course. In this course, I'll be showing you how to use the zip and enumerate functions in Python. So I created these variables which are list. So we have names, which are Python, always appear JavaScript, C#, and uses data science, learning, JavaScript, web, and C# game. So in this case, I want my output to map these two lists. Python is for data science, always appear is for learning, JavaScript is for web, and C# is for game. Although all these languages can do other many things. So these are just their uses, their basic uses. So in this case, let us try to write a program. I said here we are going to be working with enumerate and zip function, but I'm not going to be using enumerate and zip function first. So the one that I'm going to be using first is that I'm going to be using the basic one. So the first thing I'm going to be creating is to create an index. So let's say that index is equal to 0. I want to map through name for name in names like this. So I want to map each names to be its uses. So we can see that I is equal to names uses of name like this. Index. Then we can loop through index plus equal to 1 like this, but I want my output to be this print. Yeah, I'm going to be using formatted string. So let me explain this code. I created a variable which is index is equal to 0 for name in names. I is equal to uses index. So this is how to access an index of a list in Python. We use this square bracket. So then the index is index start with 0, then we created which is 0. So print name is for I, which is since I is equal to uses of index, so this will be data science first, learning, web, and game. Then we loop through this index, we increment index. So if I should run this Python code, I have my output as Python is for data science, always appear is for learning, JavaScript is for web, C# is for game. So how can we use enumerate in this case? I feel like this code is too rough. So to use enumerate, we can get this. So I can say that I stand for index name in enumerate of names. So why I used name only names here is that let me print this. Let me clear off this and print. Let me try and use only one element here. So name. So let me run this. I have my output which is in tuple 0 Python, 1 always appear, 2 JavaScript, 3 C#. So here we are going to be using unpacking. So if you don't understand unpacking, just go back to my tuple in Python. I don't know the Python tutorial name. So just the link will be in the description below. So we have I, which is name, I and name. So in enumerate names, so which simply means that I will be 0, 1 will be 2. So we can reuse this I. So let's just say that use is equal to uses, then I. So this is gonna take I, then we can print what we want our output to be is. So this is much more cleaner than the first one that we wrote. So if I should run this Python code, we have Python is for 0. Oh, so I used I here. I have to use this variable use. So Python is for data science, always appear is for learning, JavaScript is for web, C# is for game. So which is pretty useful. That is the work of the enumerate. We can also specify a start like this. Start is equal to 1. Well, here we are going to get, I think we're going to get index out of range because this actually start from 0. So we want the stats to start from 1 like this. So let's run this code. I index error, list index out of range, because this array start from 0. But in this case, if I should clear off this like this and just print name, then we can, let's run the code. We have 1 2 3 4, which doesn't start from 0 anymore. So we can just print something like this, I. So we can let our output to be I and name like this. So let me run the code. I'll have my output as 1 Python, 2 always appear, 3 JavaScript, and 4 C#. So which is pretty useful. Now the zip function, now we can also do something like this using zip function, but which is more cleaner than using this enumerate function. So let us use this zip function. So we can say that for use name like this in zip of, so this is going to take names, and then next parameter will be, so this is going to take use. Since we use this user, you can also exchange this, but it's your choice. But just for simplicity's sake, for you guys to understand the code, so we can use uses first, then names second. In this case, because I want it to map this name. It doesn't matter the name you wrote here. It can be any name, just a valid name that doesn't start with a number or weird symbols. So we can print this. Let me just copy this. We've already written it. So copy and paste. So let's run this code. We are going to get the same thing. Python is for data science, always appears for learning, JavaScript for web, C# is for game. So which is much more cleaner than using this enumerate function. So this is just all for this enumerate and zip. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.